welcome to Code Crush Coding. In this video we are going to learn about the random module, which is an inbuilt module in Python. So all the functions that you need to require for random number generation are already declared inside the random module. You just need to import the random module. So the Python random module function depends on a pseudo random number generator function random, which generates the float number between 0.0 and 1.0. So this random function will always generate a random number between this range starting from 0.0 to 1.0. So there are different type of functions used in a random module. So the first one is the random function. So this function generates a random float number between 0.0 and 1.0. Second one is random integer. So this function returns a random integer between the specified integers. So here you can pass the start value and end value of the integer, and depending on that it will provide you the random number. Third one is random.choice. So this function returns a randomly selected element from a non-empty sequence. So you need to pass a sequence to this choice and it will return you any random value. So the sequence can be list or a tuple. And the last function that we will cover is shuffle. So this function randomly reorders the element in the list. So it will accept the list as an input parameter and it will randomly shuffle your list. So let's cover all these four functions in our demo. So this is my random.python file. So first thing you need to do is import the random module, import random. And now we want to cover the first function, which is the random. So this function generates a float number between 0.0 and 1.0. So let's create one variable num and store that random value inside it. So random.random, and we will print this num, print num. Let's run this code now. So see it had generated a random value 0.53. If I run for second time, then another value is generated 0.06. So it will always generate some random value whenever you will run this. Now 0.32, 0.14, 0.79. So for each time it will generate a new value between 0.0 and 1.0, and it will be a random value. Another function was random integer. So here you can make use of random integer. So let's say we don't want now any random value, we will have the integer value, random integer value, and you need to specify the start value. Let's say I want to have the values from 51 till 100. So now the random number will be generated between these values only, 51 to 100. If I run this code, see 93 is generated. If I run for second time, 64, 75, 67, 64, 79. So all these random numbers are getting generated within this range 51 to 100. Another function was random.choice. So it will randomly select element from a non-empty sequence. So let's cover that. So here you need to provide random.choice, and inside this choice you need to provide list or tuple. So let's first provide a tuple. Let's say tuple has values 2, 4, 6 and one integer value, let's say string value a. Now if I try to run this code, so it has selected 4 for the first time. If I run for second time, it has selected 6. So it will randomly select any one of the value from the sequence. Now if I provide here list, so we provide here list 10, 20, 30, 40. If I try to run this, so see 20 is selected for the first time, now 40. So it is a random selection. So this function choice will select any value from the provided sequence. The last function was random.shuffle. So this function randomly reorders the element in the list. So you need to provide the list here. Let me remove this part. Let's say we have list, my list, and you have a list 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. So these are the values in your list, and now you make use of module random.shuffle method, shuffle, and you need to pass your list here. So I will pass my list. Once I pass my list, I will print my list. So this reordering of the list will be done on the original list. So our original list is my list, and we are shuffling the original list, and after that we are printing our list. So it will reorder your list. Let me save this and run now. See, our original list was in the format of 10, 20, 30, 40 till 60, and here the random order is generated. Like it has reordered our list. First 50 is printed, then 30, 20, 40, 10 and 60. So in this way you can make use of all the functions inside the random module. So there are more functions, you can check on Google and accordingly you can practice them. So these were the 4 functions that we have covered for the random module. So that's it in this video. We will cover another topics in the next video. Thank you for watching.